Viewers and subscribers, please make sure to subscribe to Saga News TV and give a like and share, because if you don't, you will miss out a lot of news.
A man accused of pulling a gun on another man following a disagreement in a lane off St. John's Road in Spanish Town, St. Catherine is still remanded behind bars. Dennis Stone, 23, a laborer of St. John's Road, is charged with possession of a prohibited weapon and assault at common law. Stone was ordered remanded by Senior Parish Judge Yvette Wensworth Miller when he appeared before the St. Catherine Parish Court. His next court date is September 19, at which time he is to appear before the gun court. Allegations are that about 5:30 p.m. on August 18, Stone confronted the complainant in a lane in St. John's Road. He allegedly brandished a gun and pointed it at the complainant, who managed to flee on a bicycle, and reported the matter to the police. An investigation was launched, which leads to Stone's arrest. He was subsequently pointed out during an identification parade and was charged as a result. A man known to resident as Jesus Fresh was shot dead in Portmore, St. Catherine, after allegedly challenging a police team in a gun battle on Wednesday night. The deceased has been identified as 32 years old Horace Romain Dish of 25 St. Lane, Southborough. Reports are that around 10:15 p.m., a police team and operation entered the community. When Dish was accosted, he is said to have confronted the officers. With an illegal firearm, the police opened fire, hitting him. A Glock 80 pistol fitted with a magazine containing 4 9mm rounds was reportedly seized. Dish was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The Independent Commission of Investigation is probing the incident. A grim shadow overtook election day activities in Makokpen, St. Catherine, aiming to the death of a man during an alleged police shootout, which occurred shortly after he has cast his ballot. Dead is 32 years old Makokpen resident Fabian Brown. The police report that about 3:30 p.m., while officers were patrolling the community, where several polling stations were in operation, they came under heavy gunfire from armed men, triggering a running gun battle. During the exchange, one man was shot. He was pronounced dead at hospital. According to police, a firearm was recovered at the scene. However, residents of Makokpen are disputing the police version of events, insisted that Brown was not involved in any shootout. Instead, they claim that he had just returned home from work, cast his ballot at a nearby police polling station, and was preparing to celebrate the closing of poll with neighbors under a tree where cooking was taking place. Community members allege that heavily armed police personnel suddenly stormed the area and began firing shots. They say Brown, with several others, attempted to run for cover. While fleeing, Brown was reportedly shot in the leg and collapsed. Eyewitness further alleged that a police officer then caught up with him and fired several additional rounds into his body. Residents describe Brown as a hard-working man and strongly reject the police claim that a weapon was recovered from him. The shooting has left the community tense, even as electoral activities continue in the wider Spanish Town area throughout the day. The Independent Commission of Investigation is probing the killing of Brown. About a week ago, a cab driver allegedly told his colleague that he was going to take his licensed firearm to the Firearm License Authority, as he had got baptized and did not see the need for it. However, the man, who believed to be in his 60s, fired a fatal bullet into the head of another taxi driver, who reportedly attacked him footstep away from the Kingston Public Hospital, KPH. The deceased has been identified as Carla Ellis, and an alleged eyewitness told the news that both men had a dispute over senior citizen parking and picking up passengers at the KPH. He also alleged that Ellis had threatened the man over several occasions. The one who dead ever fast with the man. All when the man not see him, he might go interfere with the man, because he's a man who not talk much. Him see the man sit inside him car and tell him how he might go shell him down. As him drop off him passengers, him wait until he might come back up, the eyewitness said. According to police reports, about 10:15 a.m., the licensed firearm holder was sitting in his car when he was approached by Ellis. An argument developed between them, during which Ellis attacked the man by punching him repeatedly in his face. The firearm holder pulled his Glock 17 pistol from his waistband and discharged 1 round, hitting Ellis to the head, killing him on the spot. The other cabbie reportedly turned himself in to the police. The eyewitness said after listening to Ellis' threats, the man was advised to make a report to the police. Every day this man park in this spot. Once him now work, cause he know how taxi thing work. After time and almost every day, this man come interfere with him. He constantly threaten the man and now see, him lose him 3 pints. Life gone just like that. Him take the man lightly. Because him quiet and see there, just 1 shot leave him in the hot sun. And his back, he said. As detectives processed the crime scene, a few of Ellis' relatives appeared at his lifeless body. They pointed at different picture of Ellis. Him get ignorant easily, but him no trouble people. So must someone else happened. Him having 2 children them. And a long time him a run up a Jonestown. Him no trouble people, something not right, a relative said. The St. Andrew South Police are appealing to several men identified as persons of interest in the York Avenue area to report it immediately to the Hunts Bay Criminal Investigation Branch (CIB), urging the persons to take the appeal seriously. And complied, the police have asked them to report no later than 6 p.m. on Monday, September 1, 2025. They are Lionel Johnson, also known as Linny, a handyman of 49 Mandela Terrace, Kingston 11. Neville Scully, also known as Sparrow, of Lot 2, Cedar Valley, Kingston 6. Marlon Johnson, also known as Sane, Insane or Brandon, of 18 Sam Sharp Drive, of York Avenue. Ricardo Alonda Johnson, also known as Bull, of 31 York Avenue. A man known only as Bang, and a man known only as Slug. The police are reminding the man that failing to report may further result in further operation being conducted to locate them. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of these individuals, to include their parents and family members and friends, are asked to contact the St. Andrew South CIB at 876-923-7111. Police 119 emergency number are the nearest police station. The public is assured that all information will be treated with the strictly confident. The Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF has listed DeAndre Dominic Williams, also known as Yankee or Street Life, as wanted for murder and as is a warning to the public that he is considered armed and dangerous. Williams, who the police describe as a deportee, known to speak with an accent, is associated with address at 4 Nanny Boulevard, Kingston 3, and 68.5 Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 11. According to police, he is a suspect in multiple serious crimes, including robbery, car thief, and carjacking. He is known to frequent several communities across St. Andrew, including Nannyville, Stony Hill, and Chisholm Avenue, and Swallowfield, and reportedly use various motel and guest house throughout the corporate era. Authorities are urging anyone information on Williams' whereabouts to immediately contact 119 police emergency number, or the nearest police station, or the St. Andrew South Criminal Investigation Branch. The public is strongly advised not to approach Williams as he is considered armed and dangerous. The police are urging him to surrender peacefully, warning that any attempts to resist or confront law enforcement will lead to serious consequences. A 21-year-old handyman who is accused of stabbing a man during an argument in St. Ann has been charged with wounding with intent. Charge is Amari Grant, otherwise called TJ, of Idle Park, Inverness in St. Catherine. Reports are that about 11:30 p.m. on February 24, an argument developed between Grant and a man along Armadale Main Road in Alexandria, St. Ann. During the confrontation, Grant allegedly brandished a knife and inflicted stab wounds to the man's upper body. The injured man was assisted to the hospital where he was treated and admitted. The incident was later reported to the police, and following an investigation, Grant was taken into custody, where he was subsequently charged. A court date for him is being arranged. A 35-year-old construction worker from Burnt District, Kellis, Clarendon has been charged with larceny from a dwelling, following an incident in April and over between March 4 and July 5. The accused is Chevrolet Francis, otherwise called Soji. Reports are that Francis and another man were contracted to work at a house in the parish. On July 17, the overseas-based homeowner returned to the property and discovered that The work paid for had not been completed. Additionally, a DJI drone was found to be missing. A report was made and an investigation launched, which led to the recovery of the drone at a pawn shop in St. James. Francis was later arrested and subsequently charged, based on statement recorded which implicated him. According to the police, his court date is being finalized. The Christiana police in Manchester are investigating the discovery of a decomposing body of a senior citizen, Colin Sonson Clark, in a house in Coleyville. Clark is a 78-year-old pensioner of Dapson district in Manchester. The police received the report of the decomposing body about 11 a.m. The scene was examined and the body moved to the hospital where it was pronounced dead. The police awaits a post-mortem report.